Okay, this video is going to try to walk you through how to set up a graph for your lab data. Your lab data, this is a lab data I took out of the box. It's for a roller coaster. And then on number 6, on this case, it says on a separate sheet of paper, make a distance versus time graph for the speeds of your coaster trials. You'll be graphing one line for each trial. Your graph should have 5 lines because we have 5 trials. So we're really only graphing this part up here at the top on this one. Be sure to label your X and Y axis, and be sure to label each line or color code them with a key for each trial's data. So here's our distance of our coaster, and our coaster was 3, or even the boat race was 300 centimeters long. So what we're going to do is we're going to make an X and Y axis. So I'm going to get my ruler and I need to make it as a distance versus time. So that's the first thing I'm going to do on my white sheet of paper, is I'm going to place my X and Y axis, and I'm going to label those axes as a distance versus time graph. Alright, so if I look here, I need to look at getting my scale. So I know that my distance needs to go up to 300. So I'm going to start at 0 and I'm going to end up at 300. I'm going to put 150 right here in the middle, and then, you know, I'm just going to work with that. That's fine for our purposes, because all of our coasters or all of our boats went these 300 centimeters. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to place the time. So I look at, not including my totals down here, but I'm looking at the longest amount of time. In this case is 3.15 seconds. So I need to go to at least 3.15. So I might count by tenths. So I might do like, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So that gets me to 3.3. Not exact, but this is broken up by tenths, and so this is my time in seconds, and this is my distance in centimeters. Don't forget that, because if that was mine, I would have counted off if I turned that in. So be sure you know your units there as well. Now what you're going to do is you're going to look at your data, and so for trial 1 here, you can see trial 1 went 300 centimeters and 3.15 seconds. So 3.15 seconds would be somewhere here, 3.15 right here, sorry, 3.15, and then it went 300 centimeters. So my dot would be all the way at the 300. So just to make this even, I don't have my graph paper, but I've made my X and Y axis, and we're just doing an about. So somewhere right in there is where I've made my dot. And then this is trial 1, so I'm going to make my line go like this. Now I can either label this line as trial 1, or I could do a different color and put like a legend down here that the red line is for trial 1 or whatever. Looking at this one, I've got 2.97 is trial 2, so I'm going to do the same thing. 2.97 is going to be somewhere here, but also it is also going to go 300. But 2.97 would be right here, 300, and again starting from 0 to that dot, we're going to connect the dots. So this is trial 2. All right, trial 3 is 2.25 seconds. So 2.25 is here-ish, and it goes again up to 300 because my boat went 300 centimeters in 2.525 seconds. And we're going to connect these dots here. And that would be number 3rd trial. So you're going to have 5 lines like that in a distance versus time graph. And you will notice that the ones with the faster speeds, because you can see over here how we calculated speed, this one went 133.3 centimeters per second, so it had the highest speed out of the 3. And what you notice about these lines is it had the steepest slope. So I can predict, looking at trial 4, it has a really high speed. It is in 1.91 seconds, so I know its slope is going to be even steeper. So you can see that this actually got faster each time. except for right here. It kind of went down in speed, but very, very close in trials 4 and 5. So that's the way that we set up our graph, distance versus time. Don't forget to include your units. Use a proper scale. Spread out your seconds so you can allow time to see what's happening. Okay? And that's how you set it up.